Hello everybody, welcome on in. I hope you are all doing well. It's lovely to see you, Miss Jana. It's lovely to see you, Babs, and you too, Lisa. So yeah, I'm just going to wait for a few more minutes for some more people to pop in, and then we'll get started with the lesson, because this is the Crafty Classroom. Did you know that? Welcome on in, Trish. Welcome on in, my lovely friend Kazmataz. It is so lovely to have you here. I hope you are doing well, my sweets. I'm looking slightly worse for wear because I'm very sunburnt at the moment. I'm the only person who can fall asleep on a bed and get sunburnt because the windows had the curtains open. Happens to me all the time. Hi Laurie, welcome on in. Good evening to you. I hope you are doing well, my lovely. We're just going to take it nice and easy because we're going to learn how to use this lovely beast. It's a lovely beast, and that's something. It's not too bad, thank you, Kaz. It's just a little, yeah. I mean, look, I kind of just look really red, don't I? And I'm having to wear a t-shirt. Welcome on in, Laurie. It's lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well. I've tanned in some other places. You can kind of see a little bit there. Just a little bit, but hey ho. But yes, I'm going to demystify the Spellbinders Glimmer this evening. And what I'm going to do is, over the coming months, I'm going to do that with each machine that I have. So I can show you how I use it, how it works, how I feel about using it, all that kind of stuff. And we can make some fun things in the process. So I thought it would be a great little series to do. I started sunburn within 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, so do I. I've only got to look at the sun and I sunburn, which is why, yeah, I fell asleep on the bed and burnt. It's a bit crazy. There we are. Right. It is a great idea. So yeah, I'm going to try and demystify, or at least try and help you all kind of get an idea for what it's like and how you can use it and all that kind of thing. So this, I used to use another company's foil press machine. We won't go into that. I did a lovely video on it a few years ago and called it something rather entertaining that everybody enjoyed. But the less about that one said, the better. I'm just going to quickly bring in my Lisa. So, you know, I can't help it. If it's got Lisa all over it, I'm going to buy it. So I ended up picking up this when it was on sale. So we've got the Spellbinders Platinum 6 Lisa Horton Crafts Edition. Absolutely, she's beautiful, she's stunning, she's fantastic. And I don't think we all need to that. I need to tell you all how to use a die cutting machine. I think you all know how to use that. And any hits and tips I will have. Actually, there is one hint and or tip that I will give you for die cutting machines. So for this, I use my magnetic. Oh my gosh, why is my camera all off and skewy-iffy? Naughty camera. Right. I use this. It's a magnetic magic mat from scrapbook.com, not from Spellbinders. And the only thing that this does in the die cutting sandwich is it will replace one of your cutting plates. So you would put your paper, your die on that, pop that on top, and as you can see, it just runs straight through the machine. That's the only tip. If you can get a magnetic one or just a standard magic mat, I would definitely go for one. Obviously, they're only available on scrapbook.com, which is in America, but they usually do massive deals on these all of the time. Absolutely fantastic. So yes, we'll leave that part of it alone because we're not going to be using that tonight. We should put that away. And it also saves on your actual plastic mats. So you know you're cutting plates, which is fantastic. Let's bring that back in. Put that back over there. Yes, Babs. This is slightly similar to the couture, whereas this one doesn't have the actual flippy bit that the couture one does. But I can tell you. So this is what she's like. So you've got your plate that comes in and out of the machine. You've got your power button, and it'll tell you when it's ready, when it's powered on, when it's ready, and then you press that button for the timer to do it with. You've got all your buttons on the back here to make sure you switch it all on. I know it's a bit of sucking eggs, but you know, I'd rather go through and show you absolutely everything. So right, this now is saying that it is heating up. What you're normally meant to do is just wait for it to heat up and then use it as you would. But what I like to do, so I've got these lovely butterflies from Lisa. These are quite an old product. I have seen a few floating around on Vinted if you are interested in getting them. But like I say, they're a bit of an old product, but always good for foiling with. Hi Emma, welcome on in, my lovely. My poor little brain just lost myself then. So what I like to do is, and I've done this with all of my foiling machines, I will literally just pop my plate on to heat up with the mat. So I'm going to put those two on there. These are going to be the first ones that we try to do anything with. And if you're really lucky like me, because it's not just those foil plates that Lisa did for them. She also did the coordinating embossing folder and die cuts, which is absolutely fabulous. If you can find them, get them. I can't recommend them enough. But like I say, they're a bit of an old product, so trying to find them is a bit like finding hen's teeth at the minute. But once you get them, they're good. Right, so whilst that's heating up, we can have a little chat about foils. Now, a lot of companies, when it comes to foiling, because you do have the two different types of foiling, we have the hot foiling and we have the toner foiling. I will be doing a lesson on toner foiling as well at some point. But the difference between the rolls of the toner and the hot foil is denoted by the central tube. So you'll always find that 9 out of 10 companies will have their toner foiling foil on the brown tube, and they'll have their white. They will have their hot foil on a white tube. Just so you know the difference between those two. And this one is a disco ball one, which we're going to use to do the butterflies with, which I think is pretty. I've already cut a piece for it, but that's still heating up. And I will teach you the oohs and ounts, and this is a bit of an ount. So if you see here, I'm going to show you how you can get rid of all of that. I did that on purpose earlier on so that I could show you how you can get rid of it. Good, it's fun. So whilst we're just waiting for those to heat up, I do need to get myself a piece of cardstock. Now, the best I've tried, do not try hot foil on toner paper. That is just a big no-go. So the difference not only between the tubes, so the hot foil is on the white tube, the toner foil is on a brown tube. The difference being is that the toner foil does not have any adhesive on it. That's because when you use the toner, the toner is actually little beads of plastic that heat up, and then the foil just attracts and sticks to it, and then you peel the excess off. That's how toner foiling works. Like I said, I'll go into that a lot more in the live when it's denoting to that. But on the foil for hot foiling, there is actually a layer of adhesive that is already stuck onto here, and that's what activates when you put it on here and heat it all up. So hopefully that that explains that well enough. Please do ask if you have absolutely any questions. I am more than happy to answer. Even if you think you're skipping ahead a bit, I do not mind. Oh my God, the tubes, I never knew that. Brilliant. I'm so glad that you that I said that now then, because I've helped you. This is what it's all about. I just want to be able to help. See, so now we've got the platform is ready to be used. So here's a small piece that I cut earlier. Now what we're going to do is put that shiny side down onto the plates, because otherwise if you put it the dull side down, that will stick to your plates and you'll have an absolute nightmare trying to get them sorted, try to get them clean and able to be used again. So always make sure that plate is on the shiny side of the foil. And now to go on to the cardstock that we're going to be using. So the best cardstock is any super smooth. I have some Nina cardstock here, which is absolutely fantastic for foiling. I'm just going to get a piece of it out. Oh, that's watercolour. Oh, silly Nana Red. I think I would have... Where is that Nina cardstock? Where are you, girl? Ah, there it is. So any super smooth cardstock, I'm going to use a piece of Nina cardstock. Super smooth is your best friend when it comes to foiling. I have a happy birthday plate that is now permanently green. Yes, it does happen, and we don't want to learn the way that Babs did. And yes, I pulled them out and looked. I'm glad you looked. That is brilliant. And I'm glad now that I can tell you how the toner foiling works as well, Kaz. It's amazing what you don't know when you don't think about it, you know? Or what you may know when you think about it. So I'm just going to pop that off to the side for just a moment, because silly boy here did not cut any cardstock down before he got live. So I'm just going to cut this down to a piece of 6x6. It doesn't need to be that big, but it's just for demonstrating. And there we are. I'm just going to pop that straight on the top there. And that's absolutely fine. Now, to make sure I get the proper press, I am going to put the thin shim. So if I put that there, the thin shim, it's very solid. And we're just going to pop that on top there, like that. And then we come in with the plate and we just pop that on top. Now, I don't think I really need to use the timer, but I'm going to use the timer. So now, once that stops flashing, we will run it through the machine and we'll see what we've got. Now, if this has all gone to plan, it should come out looking absolutely pretty and gorgeous and wonderful. And if it hasn't gone to plan, then we'll have to see if we can fix it. Because sometimes you can overfoil if you leave it on there for so long. This is one thing that I love about the Glimmer Machine as well, is that there's no guesswork with it like there was with another company's machine, where you had to set all sorts of different times and heat settings to try and figure out yourself. Even though they gave you a manual with it, it never really worked to the manual. So if this is simple, it takes out loads of guesswork. You just pop, and it's heating up. And as soon as it's done, we run it through the machine. It's simples, super simples. So the number one thing you need to take away from this, guys, is that your shiny side of the foil goes down onto the plate and the dull side faces your cardstock. Because, again, there are ways of learning. Some of them are easy, some of them are hard. Let's not go for the hard way. Right. So now I'm just going to run this through the machine, and you can, you should be able to see just here if I move that across. I'm not even putting in absolutely any real effort into this. I'm just gently running it and it's done. So I'm just turn it round. I'm going to pop the plate back on the holder. I'm not going to push it all the way back in. I'm not going to push it all the way back in. So I've just got it resting on the caddy there. And I'm going to take these plates off. And we're just going to wait for this to cool down. So I like to give it. I never had a Gaz to learn from. Well, Babs, you do now. You have a Gaz to learn from. And I make the mistakes for you. I'm usually really good at making mistakes. So I'm just giving it a little bit of a shake to help it cool down a bit quicker, because the temperature here is absolutely crazy. And it's a bit hot. So there we are. Now that that's cooled down sufficiently, we are going to peel to reveal. And would you look at that? Perfectly foiled. There was a tiny little bit of overfoiling. Oh no, that's not even overfoiling. That's a little bit of glue. But look at that as a result. Absolutely stunning. And there is a little bit missing there because idiot boy here didn't cut a straight line. But that is the only issue, is because I didn't cut the foil properly. So that's on me, not on the machine. And that, and I don't know if you can kind of, if it's catching on the light well enough or not, but I think that is so gorgeous. It's supremely holographic. And we then have these butterflies left as well. So shall we show you how to use those butterflies up? Because, you know, we don't want to waste things, do we? We're not going to waste, because that is technically foil waste. I'm just going to, these are very hot, so make sure you have your silicone mat with you when you're doing this, because they are very, very hot. Very, very, very hot. So I'm just going to get my flat foil plate, because I was I? Oh wait, there, did I get it out? I can't remember if I was smart enough to get the flat foil plate out. Apparently not. I was not smart enough. So I just need to figure out where I've put the silly sausage. Let's not be sat at the back looking through something when I could be sat here. There it is. So we have a lovely flat foil plate. So this, again, I'm just going to pop it on there, and I'm going to let that heat up with the whatever this is. I have a very heavy magnet I use. So this does not come with the machine. There are still some available on Lisa's website. I think she's got them on a special for like £4 at the moment. If they're still there, I would advise you to go grab one, because that is cheap as chips. And, you know, it's a very, very handy thing to have when you want to do your waste foiling like this. Let me just double check. I will look for you. And I will post the link into the chat, because apparently I do these things now. I'm really good at this. So if you do, yeah, it's £4.99, guys. I mean, it would be, and if you're in the club and you're a gold member, it's £4.24. I mean, you can't really, but that's the link. If you do want to get one, there's absolutely no obligation to go and buy. But while she's got it, and I mean, it was £20 and it's just under £5, it's a bit of a no-brainer if you are looking to get one, that is. So we're just going to wait for that to heat back up. Let's see what's going on in the chat. that is a very, very good price. And I don't know if she's doing dies to the US yet, but I know that there is a lot of stuff on Lisa's website that she is now shipping to the US because they've managed to sort out the codes to be able to do the extra cost for all the tariffs and stuff this side. So when it gets to you, it just gets to you and you don't have to worry. And the price is fully inclusive of everything. So shipping, tariffs, blah, 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 blah. She is very, very good. Bless her heart. Right. So I do need to actually trim down another piece of card because we want to get this right. So the platform's ready. Hey, that was the word I was looking for. Platform. I have a plate years ago and paid so much more. Oh, that's brilliant, Kaz. I'm glad you got one. Do you have a glimmer, Kaz? Or are you now going to get a glimmer because I've started doing this lesson thingy. Right, so what is shiny side? Straight down, flat onto the foil plate. And my piece of cardstock straight on the top. Going back in with the small shim and the big plate. Not yet, but it's on my list to buy. Spellbinders are out of stock. There's a reason why they're out of stock. There is a reason why they're out of stock. Because something is coming. Something is very close to being available soon. You might want to hold on till then. But I don't know how much it's going to cost. However, if you do want one, I have seen loads on Vinted for like 60 to 70 pounds. I know it's a fair bit of money, but you know, I mean, this one was secondhand. I didn't buy this brand new. You know, because it is a bit of a considered purchase at brand new. So I'm a little bit bargain girl. I got straight on, started looking. I'm absolutely naughty. Right. So let's bring that in. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to try and get my camera to angle up a bit more so that we can see my whole desk, but it doesn't want to. Oh, you're going to get the view of my actual camera there. Let's not do that. There we are, that's better. Now you can see absolutely everything. Fantastic. Right, so that's ready. We're going to take the platform off and just as before, run it through. Now, with other machines, I found that I had to put a lot of cardboard shims in to make this happen. But with this, it's, again, you can, you're not seeing. I really ought to bring that over a bit more. So what you are seeing here is I'm just literally, and I'm not putting any mass of effort into this, I am just gently holding on to it and it's going through. So there we are. And again, I'm going to put this back on put the platform back on the caddy. I'm not going to push it all the way back in, and I'm just going to take those plates off. Be careful, they get very hot. I have asbestos fingers. Just be careful. Okay, right, now let's just get this to cool down a bit before we peel it, because again, it does need to be peeled. So here we go, and we're just going to peel that like that, and you can see there we've got those beautiful we've got those beautiful butterflies in reverse. So now if I want to, I can go in with an ink and I can ink blend over those, and I can, you know, or I could get one of my texture pastes and go over it, because it won't, well, maybe not texture paste. I could get some of my mica sprays, all that kind of thing, spray it over, and it will wipe off and only stick where the card is exposed. But if you also look at that, there is absolutely not a shred of foil left on that waste sheet, except for where it wasn't supposed to be, which is what we want because it wasn't supposed to be. You paid $200 for a Go Press and foil 7 years ago. Wow, that is a lot of money. So what we're going to show you now, so that's how you use that machine, how you foil your butter, you know, that's how you foil your actual plates and how you can use your waste foil. So that's pretty much everything that you kind of need to know. But then there's the question of what happens when it goes wrong. Yeah. So the person who bought this before me, when they sold it to me, this plate was covered in foil. So she'd actually foiled the plate. I don't know how or why she did that, but the entire plate was foiled. As you could tell now, there's nary a speck of foil left on it, because with, let me just turn that off for now. We're going to do some more foiling, don't worry, and we're going to end up making a card or some such. This is your best friend, isopropyl alcohol. So all you need to do is, I prefer to use a microfiber cloth. This, I mean, look at this. It's a well-loved microfiber cloth. And all I do is just pour. And I've got that spot just there, you can see. Now all I'm going to do, is that on the right side? Or is that, yeah, it's on the right side. That's not working as it should. That's very naughty. Let's put that down there. I think it needs a bit more because I did this. I did do this a little while ago. So I'm just going to apply it directly to the plate and get it to move around. Wow, that smells wonderful. So it's got a covering. Yeah, it would be a lovely Christmas present for him indoors to get you. And now this is going to show me up because it... Oh no, it is working. It's just taking a little bit because it's gone into the shim and not just across the shim. But you can see here where it's starting to come away, and I think I need to put that in a little bit more because it's actually pressed into the shim, and I should have done it straight away. If you do it straight away, you don't tend to have many problems with getting it off. But because obviously I've left it there for a little while, and I didn't clean it straight away because I'm a bad boy, because I wanted to show you guys how well it works when it now isn't. Now it's making me look like I'm an idiot. And I think we're at that time of the live. I need to put the big boy light on. So let's put that on. Sorry. There we are. I'll just quickly close those two. And it's shaking my desk, which is not good. But you can see there just across the middle, it's coming off. It just needs a bit of elbow grease because it is actually pressed into the shim. I'll finish that off later, but you get the idea that with a bit of isopropyl alcohol, you can remove pretty much any foil that gets stuck on there. And you can see here that this plate was really loved. It was really, really loved. And there was only a few little bits that I couldn't get to come out, but this entire block area was an ombre rainbow when I first got it. So it does clean it up. Right, now, because we can, you know, I actually like the idea of the waste butterflies. So I'm going to pop those down there. And because these butterflies, I managed to get the embossing folder and the dies for these. Oh, you're very welcome. And again, like I said, guys, if there's absolutely any questions you have that I may not, you think, oh, he's not covered that, or maybe he can go into this a little bit more, please do feel free to ask me, and I'm more than happy to answer absolutely any question relating to foiling that I can. Because last time I said that, I left myself open for all sorts of things without stipulating exactly what was meant to have been said. So here we are. I just need a little bit of, actually, if I pull out the magnetic mat, it should be all right. I should just be able to pop the die on over without having, there we are. And I'm just going to grab the platform. So all I need for this is no saucy shenanigans tonight, no sir. And all I need for this is the platform, the shim that goes with the platform. Let's just reline that back up because I was silly and I smushed it and made it move. And there we go. And you can see, like, I'm not even really putting any, you can see I'm just, it's crazy, isn't it? That this is how a die cutting machine can go, and I'm not even really putting any effort into it at all whatsoever. That was silly of me. I think I might have upset my my scan and cut. And there we go. And you can see there that the mat hasn't warped at all, and I've got a perfect cut on my butterflies. There we are, we've got perfect butterflies. It does make me wonder as well why that company does that. I think the pressure on that machine is excessive. Given that I've worked with a few different die cutting machines in my time, and I've not needed to put that much effort into into cutting anything really. It is a bit much. There we are. Just want to make sure that one doesn't move. There we are. The magnet does do it. The magnet does do its job, but it's not like a super grip, if you get what I mean. And again, right, I'm just going to turn this back around so you can see. It doesn't matter which hand I use. I'm left-handed, and you can just see that this is the level of effort I am having to put in to cut my dies. Isn't that excessive? Oh my god, my arm hurts so much. It hurts so much. Please stop immediately. Oh no. Sorry, I'm just having one of those days, you know. I think I might have a little bit of heat stroke as well as some. But there we go. And again, we've got a perfect cut on both of those butterflies too. And they are gorgeous and ready to use with absolutely anything. And that's it. I'm drinking things that aren't water, but yeah, a bit naughty. I should probably be drinking water, that's for sure. Since I've, because I used to use a particular company's die cutting machine, since I've moved away from them and I've gotten this, I wonder why I didn't have it in the first place. I was absolute fool. Absolute fool. But there you go, say la vie and all that. Oh, and the good thing about this is if it does completely warp out of shape, you can use your heat gun to flatten it back out. But you need to do it from the black side of the mat, not the grey, because the grey has got the magnet bit in it. Drink water along with naughty things. Yes, I should drink water along with naughty things. But I'm a bad influence. So, you know what, actually, should we emboss those as well? The embossing. So how to emboss a cut shape. So you need your D plate, your embossing mat E. Oh, do I want that? I don't think I do need that, you know, because it's a 3D embossing folder. It's a bit big. Go on. We'll emboss them as well. Kind of taking you through all the stages tonight, aren't I? So I'm gonna go with a side that it kind of sits in. So I'm just gonna line it up and it sits. Line it up and it sits. And then I'm just gonna close the back. Flippity dippity over. And to me that looks good enough. So I just need my adapter plate. Offer it into the machine. Ba, 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 ba. And again. Oh. I don't think I actually need the adapter plate. So I don't need the platform top for this one because it's 3D. And you can see how much effort again. So the butterfly set I'm using is called Butterflies from Lisa Horton. I have seen a few sets of it floating around on Vinted because that's where I got mine from. It is an old set. I don't think Lisa has any of it left in stock, but you do have the embossing folder, the foil plates, and the die cuts that go with that come with the embossing folder. So here we go, just open this up and we can see how deeply that's embossed. If I bring that up to the camera, fully embossed. Well, debossed, but yeah. Rather pretty and gorgeous, and now I'm going to drop everything all over everywhere. Right, so we've learnt how to foil with foil plates, and we've gone on to emboss, and we've gone on to die cut those out as well. So the next thing is, and I know that a lot of you probably already know this, but you can foil with your normal dies, which I think is a whole bunch of fun. So I'm just going to put my hot, my flat plate over there, not my hot plate, because that would be silly. And I'm just going to do a quick tidy up because I've got bits and bobs of everything everywhere again, because I'm pretty good at that. So I'll pop those away. And the embossing folder. And the dies, there we go. Pop the dies back in their little baggie. And I have got something. So on Friday, Lisa launched her new Spellbinders Christmas collection to club members on her website. And on Tuesday, it goes live to everybody. So I was thinking that we could use one of those. So we have this beautiful little number, which is a Spellbinders Layered Snowflakes. This is a set that was designed by Lisa and produced by Spellbinders for her. And we're going to foil with it. So what I'm going to do is pop that on there and pop that in there. And I'm going to get the outer die as well because I want to show you just how freaking gorgeous this is to foil. So again, just like your foil plates, you pop it on and turn it on. There we are. And I'll take that, pop those bits back away because we don't need those just now. And we're just going to wait for that to heat up. Whilst we're heating for that to wait up, because I'm not a lunatic, we're going to cut another piece of card. So I'm just going to move that off to the side. I've kind of gone a little bit Spellbinders and Lisa crazy, haven't I? I make poor decisions. So how I ended up with the Lisa Horton with the Spellbinders die cutting machine by Lisa was actually quite a funny story. I was working nights. Somebody had upset me. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, I decided to go shopping. And online, of course. And I end up with the Lisa Horton Spellbinders die cutting machine. Because it was on a rather cracking offer. I don't know, is it still on? I think it might still be on an offer. Give me 1 second. It is still on offer on the Lisa Horton website. Here we go. I'll pop the link into the chat. If anybody is interested in it, it's just there. Yeah, you can foil with any die. If I wanted to die cut it, I would just, well, I mean, I could just not use the outer edge die, so we could take that one off. So because this has an outer edge die, we can then use that to die cut the product that we're going to cut with. So I'll do it without all of it so that you can see. And once the platform's ready, we'll foil and cut it. Oh, I'm so glad that you know what, that really makes me happy that you're saying that. It really does, because that's all I want to do is teach people how to do things. It makes me very happy. It fills my little cup. Is it cup? Yeah, it just fills my little cup right up. I'm so pleased. Yep, you can foil with absolutely any die. I would always make sure, for me personally, that if you've got an outer die, don't include it, because then you can die cut it out. Otherwise, you're just left with what you're putting onto the card, and then you're going to have to fussy cut it yourself. So as we can see, the platform is now ready. I need another bit of foil, so shall we use another bit of this? Why not? So I'm just getting that there lined up. And as you can see here, I'm just going to... Now, I might be doing this a bit too big. And that's okay. And there we go, that's over the top there. Popping my piece of card on. Popping my shim. And my plate. And I'm just going to press the button. I'm so glad that it's showing you guys something that you didn't know. I just can't I can't get over that myself. I think it's blooming brilliant. I'm really pleased. Like, I genuinely am. Hi Anna, I hope you're all right, my lovely. We're learning foiling this evening. So we're just currently waiting for the timer to finish on the platform, and then we're going to run it through the good old die cutting machine. Now you can get rolls of foil from absolutely anywhere. I've bought, because it's a generic thing, I don't mind going to places like Temu and AliExpress and ordering hot foils, because it's not really a product that anyone can steal, and it makes them significantly cheaper. Does that affect the quality? Sometimes, yes, but I've had absolutely no problem. There is a wonderful company called Crafty Critter that are based in Australia. Now, they ship to the UK. I do not know if you can foil on Lisa's holographic paper because I don't have any, but I will order some and we will find out. But in theory, you can. Oh, it does help if I open the other end, doesn't it? In theory, you can foil on anything. You can even foil on leather, which I think is incredible. And here we go. The amount of effort again I've had to put in for that to go through is absolutely minimal. I'm just going to pop that back onto put the platform back onto the cadding. Take those off. And here we go. Just going to give it a shake. Yep, Crafty Critter are absolutely amazing. They do hot foil. They do toner foil. They are brilliant company. Absolutely fabulous. I've got loads of their foil in my drawer. Right, now that's cooled off a bit. Shall we see? Peel to reveal. And look at how gorgeous she is. How brilliant is that? I just think that's absolutely gorgeous. And you know what I'm going to do next, because I have to. I absolutely have to. I'm going to line that up. Hold that down with and this is why I say leave the, if you've got an outer edge die, make sure you leave it so that you can use it to die cut it out. So let's just bring those bad boys in. The magnetic mat. Pop that on there. And again, I'm really not putting any actual effort into this at all, really. It is genuinely like minimal effort. I'm not here holding on to that handle, screaming, like going. It doesn't need it. It's a fabulous machine. And there we have it in all its glory. Now what, you know what I can do with that? Because you know what I'm going to do with it, don't you? Right. I'm just going to get my mixed media spray from Cadence. Bish bash bosh. Give that a good clean over. Use a bit of the cloth that I didn't use to put the and there you have it. I mean, look at that. Isn't she just freaking beautiful? And that's what you can achieve. But not only that, if we now take that off and we put our foil plate back on, and pop that down on our foil plate. I think I just creased that. That's a bit of a bugger. Let's imagine when this comes out that I didn't crease that foil, okay? Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm so glad that you think that it's worth it. Because I just love doing things like this. And you know what I can do? I actually made this background earlier on. I can now raise that up and put that on that card and have that. And I can do another couple and go around the outside. It's just brilliant. So brilliant. I love foiling. I get on a bit of a... when I start foiling. So does anybody have any questions at all whatsoever about the foil, about the processes that I've done? What to do if you may accidentally overfoil something? Because if you do accidentally overfoil something, all you need is a plastic eraser and just gently go over the top of it, and that will take off any excess foiling. You can do that if it's a little bit of overfoiling, but if it's a lot of overfoiling, I wouldn't attempt. I wouldn't attempt to try it. Oh goodness me, let's do that. Oh wow. I'm so pleased. Can you use scan and cut to cut round if you don't have dies? You absolutely can. Because all you need to do is draw around. So if I had done all of that whole die with the outer edge, where have I put the outer edge die now? I've put it somewhere safe, I bet. So if I'd done that with the whole outer edge, what I would have done is drawn around the outer edge of this with a black pen, run it through my scan and cut so that it's on the screen on there. I would then line up that piece of card with the bit on the screen and just cut it. It's super simple. Super duper simples. Is it hot foil I need? If you're using the glimmer, yes it is. And we will do a lesson on toner foiling as well, because you know you can do all sorts with that. Oh, I do even have some sentiment plates if you'd like me to run some sentiments so you can see how they foil. I am more than happy to do that. But this show is really about you guys. I just want to teach you and have you tell me what you would like me to teach you. If you do have any ideas, please do get in contact with me. You can email me. I think it's askme@handcraftedbygaz.co.uk. I think that's still a thing. you can email me with any ideas for shows that you'd like me to do going forward. I'm more than happy to take ideas. If there's anything specific. As long as I've got it, I am more than happy to teach it. And here we go again. Let's bring that over. And the effort is a little bit minimal, but this has gone in on the wonk because I'm an idiot. There we are. So once we're done with this, I will run through a set of I'll run through a set of the sentiments for you. That is no problem at all. Ooh, that's a bit warm. And here we are. Give that a little shaky to cooling. And there we go. Again, absolutely next to no foil left on there at all whatsoever. And you can see our pattern is fully on there. Now, it is very thin, and that is the only danger you have with foiling with regular dies and using the waste, is that you can have... there is a very thin, very, very thin line where you foiled the reverse. But here we go. I'm just going to pop that down on there. And again, we're just going to die cut this. Where did I put my platform? Usually I'm a big stickler for putting things away in the right place, and I've just misplaced mine. Oh no, I haven't misplaced it. It's right in front of me. Oh my gosh. I'd be dangerous if I had a brain. So there we are, just popping that together on the platform there. So there is toner foil, hot foil. What is the foil for use with glue and double-sided tape? Aha. So toner foil can also be used with the double-sided tape and the with the glue, because you are introducing the adhesive to the foil. So that's all that toner foiling is. Like I said earlier on, it's the print that's done on the laser printer. I've got one just over here. It's the print that is actually little tiny little bits of plastic that's put onto the paper, and when you heat them up in the laminator or the toner foiler, that activates that plastic and it sticks the normal foil to that. So it's the exact same premise. You are introducing the adhesive to the foil. Hopefully that answers the question and I've not just gone on a rant. I know sometimes I rant. And there we are. We've got our little snowflake. Isn't it pretty? I'm not going to put that on top of there. That would just be dangerous. Right, let's put that over there. I'm just going to fold that up for 1 second whilst I get my... So again, I can ink over this, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So I've got my little ink pad there. And, oh no, not that one. That one's covered in a bad colour. Right. So I'm just going to get my frozen articles. And you can see this is going right over the top of everything. But I'm just going to build it up. Oh, I am so pleased that I managed to answer that for you. And you can do this with absolutely any colour ink that you want. Oh, I think I may have gone a little bit overboard. But then that's me, right? I'm a kind of go big or go home type of person, aren't I? So Right, here we go. And again, I'm just going to come back in over the top of that with a bit of the cloth that I didn't use the isopropyl alcohol on. And because the foil resists the ink, and we can then see that when I tilt that, it's got that lovely blue accenting on it. I promise you it looks loads better in person. The camera is really not great for it. Ah, there we go. And that is intense detailing that you can do yourself. And now my plate has no more foil on it either. Woohoo! So the isopropyl alcohol worked. Hooray! I'm so pleased. Yes, we're winning. I'm just going to pop that back up there. And again, asbestos fingers, please do not touch your hot plates. Please use the magnetic grip that's provided. Don't be me. I am an idiot. And the only reason I dropped that was because the side went into the corner, went into my finger. So again, don't be me. Please don't be me. And do silly things like that. Right. So we've shown you foil plates. We've shown you how to foil with dies. Let's do sentiments. Now these are new. They're also on Lisa's site. They released to the general public on Tuesday. If you are a club member, you can get them now, but these are press foil plate and die sets. So you can use these on your glimmer, and you can also use them in your better press. Now again, the better press will be something that I do a class on, because we love. At the moment, I'm going through I want to educate everybody phase. So just because I can. And when you're using ones like this, I find it easiest to kind of, you can see the square, the squares on there. So I just like to line it up with one of them, because then you know once one side's lined up, the other side is going to line up as well. But with these sentiments, I think, oh no, you can't. Sorry, I do apologise. I thought they were something that you could actually line up against each other, but you can't. I did not know they also work with the better press. Yes, they do. They do work with the better press. So your normal foil plates, you may not get brilliant results in the better press because they don't have the special coating that the actual foil press plates have. That would be if you're using your oil-based better press inks. I have had absolutely no issues at all whatsoever using any of Lisa's inks on my foil plates in the better press machine. So that'll be something, once we get to that lesson, I will show you. And it is absolutely brilliant. Right, so let's get another sheet of super smooth cardstock. Yes, please. And I'm going to cut that to 5. I'm going to try and get it to cut to 5 by 7 on this little doobry. What's it? So that is 6. I'm going to take a wild guess. It's going to be somewhere about there. I'm not very good at guessing. So foil. I'm going to use a different type of foil now. It's still a hot foil, obviously, but this is from a different company. So this is Deco foil. It's in a lovely red, lovely shade of red. And ooh, what's happened here? Oh, I'm going to have to waste that. If your foil ends up looking like that, do not use it, because all of that will come out on what you foil. So don't do that. It's sad that I have to waste that now, but I could keep that for maybe doing an individual sentiment or something, because there's still a bit good left on there, but it's not worth the hassle. I did not know they also work with a better press. They do, and you're kind of getting a twofer with them as well, provided you do it all correctly. As long as you don't use your oil-based inks with your don't use your oil-based inks with your foil press plates, because that is when you will get into trouble. Oh, there we go. Flatten that back down. I'm going to pop that back in the tube, and away it goes back into the drawer. That drawer is really full. So again, I always make sure that I put my shim down first and then my plate, press the button, and away we go. So just going to bring that back in. Did I mention that I love foiling? It's so much fun. It's just I picked the worst time to do a hot foil lesson, because this machine kicks out so much heat, and we're in the middle of a heat wave. I could have picked a better time. I am a nana. Right, here we go, kids. As soon as this is done, we'll run it through, and again I'll do the waste foiling so you can see that again, and we'll have 2 sets of... You get 2 sets of sentiments. That's insane. From one piece of foil. And there we go. We can see, yet again, putting in next to 0 effort, because, you know, everybody loves a lazy crafter. I'm going to put the platform back onto the caddy, as I've done loads of times. And we're going to take that off. I mean, you could see that. I don't even need to peel to reveal that. Look at it. Isn't that freaking stunning? I'm just going to wait for it. I'm just going to cool it off. Make sure you cool it off before, because you will decrease the risk of over and or under foiling. And look at that. You can just use that as a background. You don't need to cut those out. You could, you know, I could literally just put that. I could ink the background blue or green, put that on top, and then I've got a card. It's crazy, but those are absolutely brilliant, and you've got absolutely minimal to next to no overfoiling on there. There's a tiny little bit on the U. Tiny. But you know what we're going to do next, don't you? We're going to take these plates off. Again, Mr. Asbestos fingers, please don't touch. Unless you're insane and have asbestos fingers like I do. There we are. Get those over there. Oh. Back on you go. Flat plate. I'm just going to wait for that to heat up first before I put that back on. And I'm just going to get that ready. There we are. Don't do this, by the way. Do not put your foil onto your cardstock and then put it on. Make sure that you're putting your foil down first, then your cardstock on top, or otherwise it's you risk making it all weird and stuff. But there we go. I'm just going to leave that there to heat up. And if you have any questions, feel free to pop them out. But I mean, that's either two backgrounds, because you can just use that as a background. That's either two backgrounds or two sets of sentiments that I've got from one piece of foil. That is just cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap like me. I'm very naughty. There we are. As soon as this is done, come along. The timer is timering. And I'm starting to go a bit delulu. I don't know why. Who could know why I would be going delulu? When is the next class? That is a very good question. Next class will be on Wednesday. And I'm just going to run that through. And I am literally... Oh, I'm so sorry. It's shaking the blooming table. I don't think about these things, do I? There we are. Pop that there. Pop that back on there. Take that off of there. Now, this done exactly what I said it was going to do. Which I warned everybody not to do. But hey-ho, such is life. But there you go. I've essentially either got two sets of sentiments or I've got two backgrounds. And you can see there, not a speck of foil. Not a speck. Right. So, anybody have absolutely any questions about the foiling at all whatsoever? You should see me foiling in the air conditioning. I wish I had the air conditioning. I think the toner foiling lesson's going to be a while yet. I need to have a bit of a relax from the heat. Right. There we are. So, like I said, we were going to make a card, so we can make a card with some of these lovely things that we've cut. Let's have a look at... What did I do with that backwards foiled? I'm just going to move that over there. I've got a bit of a mess on my hands. We all know I don't like a mess on my hands. Right, okay, get rid of those bits because I don't need them. Ah. I don't think that's going to go very well, but we can try. I don't know if it will work. We could have a Christmas butterfly. But I think that would be a bit much. They do kind of look... There's rain coming in. Oh, bless you. That's absolutely no problem, Babs. There. I mean, I don't think there's such thing as a Christmas butterfly, is there? I mean, we could make a Christmas butterfly happen, but that would make me a little bit crazy. But we can see there that I've got those two from that. It's just... That is my thingy being on the wall. Let's have a look, see what else I've got in here that week that I got out for testing. Oh, we could do... Well, I think we're done with the foiling for just now. I know I said I was going to make a card, but I think, because it is getting a bit late for me, I think we're going to leave it there for this lesson. And we will come together on Wednesday for a lesson on the letterpress. So I'll put up all the details for that just as soon as I leave. I'm really sorry that I'm not able to make a card. It's just so hot for me, and I've got sunburn all over my shoulders and my chest, and having this t-shirt on is a little bit uncomfortable for me, and the heat that I've now generated into the room is just a bit too much, so I'm really sorry. I know I did promise I'd make a card, but I will make one, and I'll post it up on the Handcrafted by Gaz Facebook group. I will just say a massive thank you to you all for being here and taking away so much like you have. I am so pleased. Yeah, aloe will be my friend. I've got some just waiting for me in a little pot over there that are ready for me to get all over the skin. So on Wednesday it will be better press. We will go through everything to do with the better press, and we'll have some fun with that. And we're bringing all sorts of dies and everything. I'm glad you all enjoyed the lesson. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things that that help the YouTube algorithm get me out there to more people, because we need more peoples. Then we can have a really full chat and everybody can be saying all sorts of things, and other people might have questions that we don't have because people are different. Yeah. Again, thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful evening, day, wherever you are in the world. I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye-bye for now.